Hey everybody, welcome back to more Pokemon Sword. I said that really slowly and I don't know why. So, after last episode, we had the, I'd say, I don't really know, I guess the ceremony to, start the Pokemon League. My brain just stopped there. And this is Chairman Rose. Our first time we really get to talk to him, and he asked us about the wishing stars, so... yeah. I don't know what to really add to that. I just kind of, my brain froze for the sentence there. So he's just telling us, yeah, we can go to the Pokemon Gym Challenge now, and I really love. See, I like and dislike. I like the emphasis on the Gym Challenge, but the way they handle it in this game is really piss poor. In a way, it's good and bad. I'll explain when I get to the certain moment. Because we won't be singing it for like a while, but the Gym Challenge, I love the emphasis on it, because it's always, the thing about Pokemon, and I know people kind of complain about them getting samey, and I can agree to an extent, but it's always, to me, my favorite part of the Pokemon games is always fighting the gyms, and I've always liked that. I actually like fighting the gyms more than I do, like, others, like, the actual, like, catching stuff in the game, and I love boss battles, that's really what it is, I don't know. I do think certain games definitely do the Gym Challenge better. Like Gen 5, all of the gym trainers have, or the gym leaders, they all have personalities, and I really love that. That's something, Gen 5 does a lot of stuff really well. That's why it's probably my favorite. If it's not my favorite Pokemon Gen, it's my second favorite. It's tied there with Gen 2. I really love Gen 5 a lot. But I love that. I love that all the trainers, or the gym leaders, have their own personality. Gen 8 kinda does that in a way. But why? I don't want to do this. You can actually tell Hop, they said just to fuck off, I'll battle you later, which we're gonna do, because there's something here that, if you played this game on launch, you probably don't know about, and I actually forgot this was here, until now, so I'm gonna show this off really quickly. So, Motostoke has their own little station here you can go to, and we want to go here. If you go in that Pokemon Center, or any of them near Motostoke, they'll tell you there's a mysterious Pokemon that has appeared at the train station. So we want to go here to find that mysterious Pokemon. And you want to go to the Wedgehurst station, because this is where you'll find them. And yeah, he's talking about the armor pass in the Isle of Armor. Right now, I can't show this, and the reason for it is you've probably seen it when I've went to the pause screen, and here's a Slowpoke. That Slowpoke is going Super Saiyan, by the way. The Isle of Armor is a DLC for Pokemon Sword. At the time of recording this, it has not come out yet. I believe it comes out in June. And I will be covering the Isle of Armor when we get to it, but for now, there's this mysterious girl, and she's talking about a Galarian Slowpoke. So, I believe this is the first time we'll get to see it, but we're about to see our first ever Galar form. I mean, really, you're really that worried about Slowpoke blocking the gate? It's Slowpoke. He's probably just here to tell us that Google Chrome came out, and we no longer have to use Internet Explorer. But this is Galarian Slowpoke, so let's dive into him first. Galarian Slowpoke is our first Galarian form for this LP, I think. Galarian Slowpoke has some yellow on him and is no longer pure water type. It's now pure psychic type. Slowpoke's a pretty decent Pokemon, but hence the name, it's very slow. Get it? Because there's poke in the name. Original Slowpoke could already learn Psychic moves such as Confusion and Zen Headbutt, which are really good moves, but now that it's pure Psychic, it can actually utilize those moves better, so, you know, it helps. Slowpoke is a pretty good Pokemon, though, especially when it evolves. I can really recommend it, because it's decent early on in the game, and it can stay pretty good for the rest of the game. I'm talking about original Slowpoke there. I assume Galarian Slowpoke is good as well. Due to this, however, the Slowpoke being different, it will evolve into a different type of Slowbro. So when it evolves into Slowbro, Galarian form, it will be a poison psychic Pokemon, which is really cool. But due to this, regular Slowpoke cannot be sent to Sword and Shield, even if you try to transfer your Pokemon home. That's because Slowbro and Slowking are not programmed into this game yet. So you can't do it. Yeah. But to evolve it into Galarian Slowbro, you need a item found in the Isle of Armor DLC. In the second DLC, the Crown Tundra, it can evolve into Slowking. Whenever I do get to those DLCs in the future, I will probably update the bio for this Pokemon and the Slowbro and Slowking, but for now, we're gonna leave it. And I named it Richie, because my friend Richie loves Slowbro. Or Slowpoke, sorry. I get the two confused a lot, but I do love Slowpoke. It's one of those things as time went on, I learned to appreciate more. But, this girl here will be featured more in the Isle of Armor DLC, so, yeah. Kind of good thing I recorded this part today, because they just released a trailer for that DLC today talking about Galarian Slowbro, so, yeah. But, yeah, Hop, I guess I'll battle you. His poor Wooloo has to be having, like, a lot of, issues from Hop using that Pokeball to smack his hand with it. It's probably getting shell-shocked. Hop, I am up to the gym challenge. You, however, I don't know. I've kicked your butt 2 times already. I'm about to do it for a 3rd time. I mean, man, you're not even in my Pokemon League. That was a lame joke, but I'm sorry. I love it a lot. But I'm diving into this Hop battle. Not much has really changed besides, his starter has a new move, so, yeah, if he's using Sobble, it's learn Bind. If he has Grookey, according to see, it'll use Taunt, and with Scorbunny, it'll have Quick Attacks, so. He literally hasn't changed at all. Hop, that's the thing that, for the first few fights, he doesn't change. His lineup is always going to be send out Wooloo first, then his starter, and then Rookidee. So, yeah. Hop sucks. Like, I didn't even really mean to make a team that's really good against all his type. Like, honestly, my Scorbunny can fight every single Pokemon alone that Hop has. And I think, really, even Grookey probably could. Besides his Rookidee, it can fight. Well, if he has a Sobble, and it can fight Wooloo, so, yeah. Hop is easy. Like, this game in general is easy, but I've heard people say they have trouble with Hop in some of the later fights, but every fight I've ever had in this game, I have mopped the floor with Hop. I've mopped Hop. There you go. He just, I don't know, I do agree that I think Pokemon games are too easy now. I do agree with that. And I think they really should implement a hard mode like they had with, Black 2, I think it was. Because I know, like, they had different difficulty. So, like, Black 2 got hard mode and White 2 got easy mode. You had to beat the game to get it. It's so stupid, I know. Game Freak's really weird like that. But I really hope they do, in a later game, implement a hard mode. Because I'm not a big fan of Ultra Sun and Moon. They didn't really need to exist. But one thing I did like about Ultra Sun and Moon is they were technically more difficult than the original Sun and Moon games were. Like, the last Pokemon game I'd argue that I had trouble with was Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And that's purely for the Whitney and Claire fights and the Red fight. And that's it. Like, Gen 5, like, doesn't really have any hard fights. The only fight I ever have a little bit of trouble with is the Electric-type gym leader from Gen 5. And that's about it. And that's really just because I have Oshawott as my starter. And I think I have, I can't think of the bird now from Unova, but still, I do want these games. Like, I know they're baby's first RPG and they're Pokemon, they gotta cater to certain people, but I wish they were a bit more difficult. And Scorbunny is evolving. And our Scorbunny is officially a Raboot. They grow up so fast. It's kind of sad. But diving in... Well, you know, I'm going to cover Raboot for later, actually, when Hop's rival... Or, when Hop's starter evolves. But I'll quickly talk about Scorbunny. Or Scorbunny. Raboot. Raboot is a very fun Pokemon. I love how it looks like Kakashi from Naruto. It really does. And we got Hop's League card, but... Yeah, if you've never played Pokemon before, for the one person probably watching this who doesn't know anything about Pokemon, when your Pokemon reaches a certain level, it will evolve, and, yeah. When this happens, they usually get better stats, some gain a different, like a dual type, or they can change type. Yeah, evolution's cool. It's a main part of the series. I know Digimon does as well, when they Digivolve and stuff, and yeah. I don't really know, that other Pokemon game. It starts with a T. I can't think of what it is. I think they do the same thing as well. I don't know in Yokai Watch if they evolve. I've never played Yokai Watch. For those who don't know what Yokai Watch is, it's basically something that became really popular in Japan that is kind of similar to Pokemon. So, yeah, here's Gossifleur. Gossifleur is a grass-type plant Pokemon. Gossifleur is kind of a weird Pokemon in that it has high defense stats, which is nice, but like a lot of grass types, it has really bad speed stats, besides like the Trico line. But I'm not a big fan of Gossifleur. It can learn some decent grass-type moves, like Leaf Tornado level 21, but it's just too weak to a lot of different types. It evolves in Eldegoss level 20, which has a massive defense stat that can help fight those weaknesses, but even then, I'm not a big fan, so yeah. And returning from the Hoenn region, definitely going through its Kiss phase now, is Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon is one of the first ever Pokemon from other gens to get a Galar form. I think it was the first one to get shown off, actually. Zigzagoon from Galar is a dual Dark normal type. At level 20, it will evolve into Galarian Linoon, like in Gen 3. However, at level 35, unlike Gen 3, when leveled up at nighttime, it would evolve into its new evolution, Obstagoon. Cute design alone, I'm not a big fan of Zigzagoon, but Obstagoon's pretty good from what I've read, so if you're willing to work for it, definitely do it. The main thing, though, is it gets that Dark type, it gets a different weakness to Fairy type and Bug type, so yeah, and it also, when that happens, it's 4 times weak to Fighting type moves, so I'm not a big Zigzagoon fan. It's basically the Rattata of Gen 3, but with this Dark type and Obstagoon involved, it can be pretty decent, I'd say, so yeah. Diving into what Pokemon who won't show up in this part, but he is able to be found here, is Machop. Machop is a Fighting-type Pokemon. You probably remember from the Gen 1. He's been in every game, I'm pretty sure. Machop is a pretty high attack stat with high HP as well. It does have low special and defense attack stats, along with speed stat, but it can hit really hard. That's kind of a double-edged sword in a way, but Machop is a good Pokemon that I have used before, and it's something I think a lot of people pass up on because it's just in every game. But, like I said, it is good if you can use it. It does evolve in a level 28 as well, though. But, like I said, I do like Machop, and, yeah. You can also find another Pokemon here, Clink. Instead of, kink-shaming, it's gonna be Clink-shaming. Whatever. Clink is the Steel-type Gear Pokemon. Clink's kind of a weird case where it's a pure Steel type, and you can learn some electric moves. And a lot of other good Steel-type moves. It has really good defense stats, but the issue is Clink doesn't evolve into Clang until level 38, and even then, it doesn't get its final form, Clang, until level 49. It's a bit of work for an early game Pokemon, but if you can honestly get one leveled up later on, like catch one, I can recommend it, but it takes so much work to get it. And, for right now, this is the last one I'll do for a short time. Next up is Mudbray. Mudbray is one of my favorite Gen 7 Pokemon. It evolves into Mudsdale at level 30. Mudsdale and Mudbray are ground-type Pokemon, and they're super cute, but they can also have high attack stats. So, like, for example, when it gets high horsepower, it can hit so hard, it's great. I love Mudbray and Mudsdale. Like I said, I used one in Gen 7 for both Sun and Ultra Sun. Or Moon and Ultra Sun, because I bought those technically. It's such a great Pokemon. I fully recommend it, especially if you can get it with the ability Stamina, where with Stamina, when it gets hit, it gains higher defense in the battle when it does that. So that's really freaking good. I can really recommend Mudsbray a lot. I really debated on using him, but there's a different ground type that I want, so I'm gonna hold off a little bit. But oh my god, if you can find a Mudbray, definitely use it. If you don't want to use one now, you can get one, not in this route right now, but the one after this route. So I definitely recommend getting one. It's so good. But yeah, here on Route 3, it's a pretty cool route. So this route's actually based off of a coal mine back in the day in England, so that's neat. As we were talking to Sonia earlier, she was showing there was a mine there, so yeah. Honestly, like, if you see a berry tree, I always recommend getting it. Usually a Pokemon can steal your berries if you're not too lucky, but 9 times out of 10, I usually get all the berries. And we have Beat Up here. It's a Dark-type move. Beat Up's kind of weird. I really don't recommend it. It's really better if you have a double battle going on, but I'm not a big Beat Up fan, being honest. And we're going to put Roselia in the front, because we're about to fight a Rock-type Pokemon. This is Roly-Coly. Roly-Coly is a rock type, or he's the main rock type of this generation, kind of like a Geodude, I guess. And it's a piece of coal. So, like most rock types, Roly-Coly is mostly based around its defense stats. The main thing that hurts rock types for me is it has a lot of weaknesses. The good thing about Roly-Coly is it does learn a lot of moves, and some of those moves being fire type moves. What are you doing, Postman Pat? Go away. I'm trying to do Bio here. But when it evolves into Carkol, it does gain a fire dual type, which is awesome. The thing is, it makes it weaker to water, which hurts. However, it has a better chance of fighting grass and bug types. It's double-edged right there. When it evolves its final form, Colossal, which I love that name, it becomes a freaking beast with high physical attack and defense stats. It really can mess stuff up. So if you're willing to put the work in to Roly-Coly, it can evolve, or it can be a great Pokemon for your team. I really like it a lot. And I guess talking about fire types, I will dive into this one. He's really rare, and I've never seen him out here, but you can actually get a Growlithe on this route. The reason why is because he's shield only. I did say that in the bio. Growlithe is a fire type canine Pokemon. Growlithe's great. It has high special and physical attacks, and it's really fast. It learns a lot of great top fire type moves such as Flame Wheel, which it probably has if you can catch it, Fire Fang, and Flamethrower. It's also just so darn cute. I've used one in the past in my Fire Red and Leaf Green runs. Not here on the channel, but I've used them before. And so, if you don't have a fire type at this point, use it. It's great. And it evolves into Arcanine when exposed to a Firestone. Also, I'm going to talk... I'll just finish them off here. It's probably better I do this anyway. The other fire type here is... Oh, actually, I'll come here later. Next up is Stunky. Stunky is the Poison Dark Skunk Pokemon. Stunky's fast and can hit pretty hard with its high physical attack stat, but it learns Dark type moves which are good for that, but I'm not a big Stunky fan, and I've always at level 34. And you can camp. This is a new thing. In Gen 7, you had the Pokemon-Amy, and with that, you can kind of play with your Pokemon and, like, boost its, like, happiness stats, which come in handy for things like Pokemon that evolve via happiness, let's say, like a Togepi, or, you can't get in this game with, like, a Alolan Raichu if you want to get that, so, yeah. Camping's neat, but it's not something I do a lot. I try to find Raboot here, because with Raboot sometimes will, because it's such a moody Pokemon, it's in its emo phase, really, it will sometimes, like, kick other Pokemon, which is hilarious. I've seen it actually, like, kick a Togepi once, which is funny. But, diving into the other poison I was going to cover, is Trubbish. Yay, Trubbish. Trubbish is the poison-type trash bag Pokemon. Trubbish gets a lot of crap, and let's be honest, when I was, when Gen 5 was coming out and I first saw Trubbish, I thought it looked bad. But, like Bidoof over time, I began to see the greatness that is our Lord and Savior, Trubbish. Trubbish has great defense stats, and is oddly quite fast. It learns a lot of good special moves and status moves, which comes in handy with its poison type, and it also learns Sludge Bomb level 27, which is great. I really like Trubbish a lot, and have used one in a playthrough in Gen 5, so I can back up. Trubbish is pretty good. I can recommend it. It evolves at level 36, which is a bit of a wait, but Trubbish is great. And, this Pokemon here, we can actually catch one on this route. If you're really lucky, it's a 1% catch rate, but this is Sizzlipede. And, Sizzlipede freaks me out because, it's a centipede, and I don't like centipedes. Sizzlipede is a fire bug Pokemon. It has a high attack stat and lower but decent special attack and defense stats. Sizzlipede can learn a lot of physical attack moves, which helps its high physical attack, and can learn Flame Wheel level 15. It's a pretty decent, fire-type move. Only thing that really hinders it, in my opinion, is it's weak to Flying, Rock, and Water types, all three incredibly common types in this game. Sizzlipede's a weird case, but if you're interested, I guess, try it out. It evolves at level 28. which its evolution's good. I can't back that up. But yeah, Sizzlipede, I believe, is the second only fire bug type after, is it Vicarona? It's like the big, like, moth from Gen 5. It's a fire bug. It's a Pseudo Legendary. I've never used a Sizzlipede, I'm gonna be honest, but I've watched some videos talking about these Pokemon, because I want to back up for Pokemon I never have used, because there are some Gen 8 Pokemon I never did get to try out, but I'm doing my research. But Sizzlipede is meant to be pretty decent. It's just that it's because it's so weak to like water and rock. It's what hurts it. And maybe it's just me. I never want a Pokemon that's really that weak to rock type. Nothing against rock types, but I've never used many rock type Pokemon. I've used the Geodude line once, and it was okay. Really, the rock type I like the most is I can't, and the name is going to escape me now. It's the T-Rex from Generation 6. That Pokemon is fantastic. It's a rock dragon type. Oh my god, it's so good. If I could catch one in this game, I'd probably use it. Actually, I think I can. Huh. I might get it. Even though I had my teams picked out. If I can find it, I don't remember. I think it is in this game. It might be, it may not be. If I can find one, I'm going to get it. But still. And two, I am still, I just should confirm this now because I haven't yet. I will not be giving nicknames to my Pokemon until at least episode, it'll be 8 or 9. I've recorded up to, maybe it's either 8 to 10, somewhere in there. I've stopped recording for now. I want to get a decent amount out so I can get some episodes out consistently. So that way they're coming out, but yeah. And here is Dottler. I'm not covering him yet, but Dottler is cute, and it has a little mustache, like Dr. Eggman. I love it, but yeah. I haven't really talked much about Reboot. I do love Reboot, mostly because I love saying the name Reboot. But it doesn't actually get a fighting type, which you would think it would. No, it stays pure fire type the entire time. I really love Reboot. I know Go in the anime has Reboot, and a Score Bunny technically. Yeah, I like Reboot. Like I said, I love saying Reboot. It sounds Canadian. That's really what it is, why I love it. Like, I don't know. It sounds Canadian. I like it. Reboot. But, yeah, that's Route 4. Pretty big route with a lot of bios. Next episode won't be as bio-heavy. But, I like this route. It's a short but cool route. But, next time in Pokemon Sword, we're going to be heading to the Galar Mine. Our first, cave of the game, really. And with that, I'll see you guys next time as we go to the Galar Mine and have another boss battle. Interesting.